What's up, everybody? It's your guy, Derek 420 Colorado, coming at you live and direct, right here from the Dream Farm Studios, also known as the Dream Farm, also known as the Dreamosphere. Hey, folks, we got a couple of drops. We got a couple of drops and a full restock coming your way. We'll let some folks get on in here. What's up, Josh? You're first on the list. You're first out of the gates. What's happening, folks? What's going on? We got a good one today. We're going to have Alan Ballin come on for you guys. We're going to have him come on with Groganica. We're going to talk about the Finisher, Dream Bean Finisher Pack from Groganica that includes the King Crustacean, the Incredible Bulk, the Microbe Tea. Folks, it's badass. Okay? It's super, super sweet. Nick, Joey B, Big Chucky G, Chris T, Damian L, Lucky, what's up? What's happening, my peoples? My folks? My friends? We're going to get into all kinds of cool stuff, talking about the Groganica Finisher Pack. Like I said, Alan should be along in here shortly. He was finishing up some orders. And then we will talk about some of the drop stuff happening. I know you folks are ready for that. We got a good, super awesome double strain drop with a full restock of Frosty Grape Milk. Woohoo! Frosty Grape Milk is fully restocked. It's a full drop, full restock of the Frosty Grape Milk. We're coming at you with the blue Slushy Kong and the blue Alien Crumbs. They're going to go live at exactly 4:30 p.m. For anybody out there that wants to get a pack, you can go ahead and head over to dreambeans.net here in about 18 minutes, and we will have them live on the site. Let's see, what else are we going to talk about? We're going to do a dab. We're going to do a fat old dabarooski. Gotta love that. We'll go over, let's get the members of the week and plants of the week. Before I forget, we got Billy Powell coming in with the plant of the week, and Robin Davis coming in with plants of the week. Big shout out to those folks, and I swear I'm going to make a post and have the pictures that I used. Robin Davis and whoever the hell I said first, Billy Powell. And then for our members of the week, we've got Stephen Dixon and Mr. George Fromgen. Mr. George had a serious medical scare. I know he's probably watching us from the hospital. Love you guys, man. Shout out to you. Get well soon. We'll send you some beans out there to help you along your way. So, that's what we got going on. Billy Powell, I see you there. Plant of the week, congratulations. You had a fire diamond milk, I think it was. Super fire, and it may even have been your first grow. I don't know. It was blowing me away stuff. It was badass. I see you there, Babs. I see you, Chad. Chad, DM me because I want to talk to you about them stickers. Even though I should have my own sticker printing machine here in the next month or so. So, I know the stickers have been a constant source of frustration and headache for me because it's always a 2-week lag time or so. No matter what I try to do, it always takes that long for them to get me my stickers. So, we won't go into all of that. So members of the week are George and Steven. Plant of the week, Robin Davis, Billy Powell. You folks are fire in the hole. What else we got here? Like I said, Alan Ballin should be along here shortly. If for some reason he can't, I'll just talk about it. We'll go ahead and we'll get ready to do a dab here in a few minutes. Hopefully, I saw a couple of different folks out there that got your Hank Snell official Dabbing Like Derek nectar collectors. Can't wait to see all y'all fine faces doing dabs. I know you're out there. I'm doing a mental picture. I know y'all are out there. I've got this mental picture of all y'all just out there doing fat dabs. We're glad you made it, Greg. I see you, Kevin from Fort Myers, Florida. What's happening? Solo Gino, Memphis. What's happening? Big Jim Hickey, what's going on? Richard Rowe, loading that Puffco. All right, get your Puffcos loaded, get your bongs ready, get your dabbers hot. We're coming in about 5 minutes. We're creeping up on 100, folks. We'll talk a little bit about the strains that we're going to drop. We're going to be dropping the blue Slushy Kong and the blue Alien Crumbs. The blue Slushy Kong is Slushy Bear and Blue Kong Bear. These were probably the two standouts from the customer appreciation and feedback that I got off of my regular drop. The very first one that I did. These two really came out and folks just were blown away by, the amazingly compact nug structure. Callie, get down off there. My cat is on top of my air conditioner. Callie, you can't get to those birds. 100. Boom. There's 100. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Blue Slushy. Blue. Oh, shit. Now I can't remember. Blue Alien Crumbs and Slushy. I don't remember. Guys, I've been running around crazy. So, what's up, Lakin? What's up, Robert? What's up, Delaney? What's happening, Richard? Roxanne, as always. Blake, what's happening? Clinton, what's going on? Yeah, no, there's nothing even out there. It's not even bird time. It's not even, usually about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, she'll sit in the windows and chitter and go, and make all those weird cat seizure noises at the birds. But it's like all overcast and there's no birds. I see Alan. I see you, baby. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't get Alan Ballin right there. Let me send that old invite. See if we can't get him rocking and rolling right here along with us. Push the button, Alan. Push the button, Alan. Push the button, Alan. Push the button. Push the button. Push the button. Not Larry. Come on. I saw you. Alan. I saw you there. Well, hopefully he'll see that little invite and push the button. I've never done it from the other end, so I have no idea how it works, actually. I just push the little button, and then I'm assuming there's a button on your end. Blue Slushy Kong. Blue Slushy Kong. I think that's the hell it's called. Slushy Bear and Blue Kong Bear. It's fire. You're lagging pretty hard. We'll stop lagging, Alan. Get to a better spot. Okay, I'll send it here in just a minute. I'll send it again. Comment, Alan. Comment here when you've got better internet. It's fire, guys. The nug density on this thing is going to require extra airflow. You're going to want it. It's dense, man. It's fire. It's terpy. It's frosty. It's dripping. It's what you want. It's really kind of combining the best of both worlds with the best from that regular drop that I had at the very beginning. So y'all are gonna love it. It's a medium-sized plant. It finishes a little bit faster in 70 days, and it's gonna put out arm-size, fist-size nuggets that are dripping with terps and frost covered. In 1 minute we're gonna do a dab. In exactly 11 minutes at 4:30 my time, in 11 minutes, we're going to have the blue Slushy Kong, the blue Alien Crumbs, and a full restock of the Frosty Grape Milk. Frosty Grape Milk's coming for you folks, fine fellas and ladies, and it is going to be amazing. If y'all have seen some of the ones that went out for the first limited drop, I'm confident enough that everybody liked them and everybody wanted them. I've been getting it. Give me a minute. Okay, that's fine, Alan. So we'll let him get some better internet, and then I'll start talking about Groganica after we do a dab here. Like I said, at 4:30 my time, we're having the blue Slushy Kong, blue Alien Crumbs, and the Frosty Grape Milk restocked. All right, here we go, folks. Let's get your dabbers ready. Let's get your dabbers hot. Let's get those bongs filled, and let's smoke a lot of pot. We can do it. We can do it. And as always, as I'm heating up my torch here, my nectar collector, the Dabbing Like Derek Triple Donut Nectar Collector from DankHankGlass.com by our guy, Dank Hank Snell. Let's get it fired up, folks. Let's get this dab going. Oh, yeah. I don't smooth mess again, I think, with some wild berry distillate. Easy wind. Easy wind coming across the bayou today. Woo! I did it because Mr. Charlie told me so. Whoa! For those out there that don't know the references, I'm just getting familiar with some of the older Grateful Dead stuff. Some of the stuff with Pigpen. That dude was awesome. And there's been a couple of good friends of mine played a set down there in Texas. The Caliche Brothers. It's my guy J-Bone. It's my boy Cam and my boy Blake. They rocked it. They do a really, really good version of that song. Shout out to my dude J-Bone. Blake is actually, he's the guy who does a lot of the tie-dyes that y'all see. He's in here. He's been on some of the lives. Blake Puzzles is his name. Shout out to Blake and the tight dyes. Okay. The do. Let me do that do. Oh, and the Astros lost. Boo. Hey, all I can say is the better team won. We got our butts whooped. They deserved it. The Rangers are coming. Hopefully they take it. That's all I can say. They better bring home that championship right back to Texas where it belongs. We'll reload and we'll be locked and ready for next year. So yeah. So the Blue Alien Crumbs. Let's talk a little bit about the Blue Alien Crumbs. The Blue Alien Crumbs are the really the alien cookies leaning pheno that I used from the Slushy Mac and this Blue Kong Bear that was a lot larger than the other ones. And the Blue Kong Bear, what it is, I was kind of talking about this last night, is that with some of these Mac strains, one of the problems with it is they're just really, really hard. Hey, Austin, Texas, shout out to Jody in Austin, Texas, baby, hook 'em horns. The problem with that Mac strain, the Mac MAC stands for Miracle Alien Cookies. Okay, and it was just a notoriously, it's hard to grow in the photo period version. Well, one of the things that I did, and it was still kind of that way, honestly, the True Mac version from Rock that we got, that I got, I think 8 packs of or something, Hunt, and it was notoriously finicky. It kind of sucked as far as when it comes to grower. It was not a beginner-friendly strain, but the easiest strain that I have in my arsenal by far is the Blue Kong Bear. It is one that you can set and forget. It'll take damn near anything you throw at it. It'll take over-fertilization. It'll take under. Okay, let's try here, Alan. Let me see. I got you talking. Not you, Larry. Sorry, I love you, Larry. But let's see. Where the hell are you, Alan? There we go. Let's go. All right, let's see if we can get Alan going on in here. So what the Blue Kong Bear really did for the True Mac was for the True Mac and that Slushy Mac. I've bred it a couple of times with a couple of different things in order to lend itself to being a lot easier to grow. This one's going to be super easy, for anybody out there that's worried about, finicky nature of autoflowers or, just nervous in general about a first grow. This is going to be the one for you. It is super simple. I had 40 of them out there, and man, they took everything. I left for a week. They got dry. They got wet. They got dry. They were underfed. I don't know, Alan. I don't know what's happening. Seems like you're lagging. That's okay though. Hopefully you can get in. If not, that's fine. We're here. This is not a set schedule, folks. Y'all see, I'm here just doing dabs, man. I'm talking about bud, man. Loving it. Loving every minute of it. Also, Frosty Grape Milk. I have gotten more requests and more interest in the Frosty Grape Milk strain. It was originally a limited release. Now we have it in the full stock and full form. It's going to be going live in 5 minutes. Dreambeans.net. You got 3 strains coming. Frosty Grape Milk is a full restock. You've got Blue Slushy Kong, and you've got Blue Alien Crumbs. Okay, these are, it's okay, Alan. Hey, man, everybody understands that, internet issues happen. It's okay. It's totally okay. We ain't tripping. They ain't tripping. Is the blueberry breath hard to grow inside? Absolutely not. That was also one of my other, that's the one that I almost, so the blue Kong bear is the blueberry breath bred with the bear's breath, or yes. And the auto blueberry slushy that it came from was also another really, really easy one to grow. You know, none of my strains that I'm ever going to release are going to be hard. Okay, they're all going to be, you know, in the beginner level. If you're first grow, first auto grow, these are going to be the ones that you want to try with. Any of my strains are going to lend themselves to an easy growth cycle. Okay, now in that easy range, if you were to look at it at a scale, you know, you've got you know, hard to grow. Okay, everything that I've got is going to be over here in the really easy to grow. And then you've got, I guess, if you zoomed in on that and go even further, that the blueberry breath and the blue Kong bear are going to be two that are just as easy as you can get, you know. Donnie, you should have remembered it's Tuesday. It's Talk About It Tuesday. Naughty step for you. Just kidding. Oh, there's some residuals. There's some residuals. Oh, damn. What the hell did I even do with my dabs here? Oh, there they are. Yeah, Lakin, what's happening? What's going on? Ty Donahue, I see y'all. Kevin in the house. Big Edward. Oh, man, that dab was good. That one really kind of got to me. Also, we made some extra potent weed pills today, so I took a couple of those, and those got me going good too. So what makes the Mac hard to grow? It's just a finicky strain. It just seems to be one of those strains that doesn't like whatever you do to it. If it shows a pH problem and a nutrient uptake issue, and you try to correct that, it's like you overdo it. It's if you got too much light or not enough light, or too much water or not enough water. It could just be a pain in the butt. There you go, Edward O. Good job. I had it in my hand, ready to go. All right, way to go, Skyler. Yeah, the Mac strain, man, it just was a booger, you know. And it's just the way that it grew. But for those that could master it and tame that wild stallion, the results were definitely worth it, as it's one of the prettier strain that's out there. It's one of the most frost dense, the trichome dense strains out there. There you go. Hey, there we go. Let's see if we can pin that. I don't know how to do that. Shit. Maybe William Asbury or Michael Wildschultz, if y'all are watching, can you pin that Alan's response there? Autos tend to be calcium deficient. So adding the calcium plus other crustaceans strengthen your cell walls and give the plants girth to hold bigger buds. Absolutely. So one of the things that Alan and I were talking about the other day, or earlier today, was that for whatever reason, the day neutral gene and the day neutral trait for autoflowers seems to carry along with it a much higher need for calcium in flower. A lot of folks see the calcium deficiencies in flower, and even with bioflower, you can see it sometimes because just the nutrient load for calcium is just off the charts. It's about double what standard photoperiods would generally and traditionally needs. So that's really a good place for the king crustacean. Not only does it have the little bit of nitrogen that you can actually see when you're using an organic soil, and it starts to run out of nutrients, the first thing that you're going to see it run out of is nitrogen. Okay, so that everybody asks, when do I start feeding the Groganica? Okay, but Groganica works you're not feeding your plant, guys. You're feeding the microbes. You're feeding the microbes and the soil, and that's going to in turn feed your plant. Okay, and so you know what you can expect is that when you start seeing the first discoloration of those lower leaves, the first full set of leaves, okay, that's when I would start to use. That's when you're starting to see that nitrogen run out. Okay, then you're going to see so you're going to want to put a higher dosage of, and again, the ratios are on the back of the bag, guys and gals, ladies and gents. When you're starting this as a finisher pack, you want to follow the first side of the 1 to 3 mils, I think is the ratio. Stay on the one side, okay? Because your bioflower, your Costa Maine, or whatever you're using that's got its organic base is going to still have nutrients in it, but its ability to deliver those to the plants has diminished. And so that's why you're going to add the microbes. The microbes are the key, and the microbes are the starter, and they're the key. A lot of folks also out there have Organic Rev. This is the Organic Rev gives a place and a stability and a better base for the microbes to hold on to, okay? It gives them a better platform to be able to do their thing, all right? So it's a perfectly symbiotic product. You absolutely can use Organic Rev along with the Finisher Pack. They're just two separate companies, okay? The King Crustacean is going to have a little bit of nitrogen that you're going to need, that you're going to want to see, because this is going to be probably when you start to see the stretch start to slow down, okay? That plants used up all that nitrogen, that's vertical stretch is starting to stop and starting to slow down, okay? But you still want to see a little bit of nitrogen here at the back end just for other purposes that are mainly microbe related and being able to deliver the other nutrients to the plant, okay? So you want to get started off with your King Crustacean and your microbe tea, and a little bit of Incredible Bulk, okay? So you'll go, let's say just for example, okay, 1 tablespoon of King Crustacean, then do a 25 milliliters of, or a quarter of a cup of microbes, and a half a teaspoon of Incredible Bulk, okay? Then when you're ready to do your feed again, I personally, just because it works the way that I do it, I feed every week. I feed once a week. I give them a high load once a week. Everybody's different. You can deliver it multiple different ways, okay? That if you give them a high dose, and that it should have the ability to keep that rhizosphere in a microbe active state, all right? And then the next week, or your next feeding, what you're going to do is you're going to take the King Crustacean and go down a little bit, say 3/4 of a tablespoon, same application rate of the microbes, and then a little bit more of the Incredible Bulk. What you're wanting to do, and also the King Crustacean does a fantastic job because it has a good calcium load in there. It's perfectly formulated and absolutely perfect for, hey, oh, by the way, shit, y'all got me to talking. Go to dreambeans.net. The drop is live right now. The drop is live. Dreambeans.net. You're looking for the blue alien crumbs, the blue slushy Kong, and the frosty grape milk. Okay, get you guys. Sorry, John. Get you guys over there. Get the new drops. They're ready. They're full restocks. It is not limited, Adam. They're all full restocks. 53 packs, 55 packs, and 10 packs of each. And they should be there. But folks, for those that want to go ahead and grab it right now, dreambeans.net. Go ahead and grab this blue slushy Kong, the blue alien crumbs, and your frosty grape milk. Y'all are gonna love them. They're great. So back to Organica. So the King Crustacean actually does a fantastic job because it has a pretty high calcium load. Okay, and again, the calcium is going to be there's a chart out there, and I think it's pinned in the group, that shows the interactivity between the different nutrients. Okay, and calcium is a big driver, guys. Calcium is a big driver. If it depletes the calcium, you start to lead to all kinds of other problems. So using the King Crustacean as that started the transition into the last couple of weeks of flower. So you give it the King Crustacean, the microbes, the Incredible Bulk. Then the next week, I would say you could even cut it in half, and then double your. So if you had it at first, you give a full teaspoon of King Crustacean, microbes, and a half of teaspoon of Incredible Bulk. You can switch those in the second week, or your next feeding. You can actually switch those and go with a full load of Incredible Bulk and a full tablespoon of Incredible Bulk, your microbes, half of the King Crustacean. And then if you need it a third time, you can probably completely cut out the King Crustacean, because you're getting all of your P and your K from the Incredible Bulk. That Incredible Bulk is badass. And again, it's that Alan really has done a world-renowned job. I mean, nobody else has the type of microbe activity that he has in his microbe tea, and that the derivatives, where they get their base, their precursors basically, for their stuff, it's top of the line. I mean, it's some of the best stuff in the world that you can literally get. There we go. Alan, boy, he knows me. And again, for those that don't know, I've known Alan for over 20 years. He's one of the first people and persons that originally helped get me into growing, and actually in a weird way, he had never met me before. We had never met each other. We had a mutual friend, and we had, I had just, guys, folks, what's crazy is what I'm doing with y'all right now, what I'm talking about, going crazy, and I'm excited. I did this with a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, Rex, over 20 years ago, and he was just like, man, what the fuck, dude? That's, you know a lot about growing pot. I got another buddy, he also knows a lot about growing pot. So without even never meeting each other, I showed up the next time, and then there was a whole closet full of all kinds of shit, CO2 tanks, regulators, lights, all kinds of shit. And he had never met me. That's why he is still, to this day, in my phone as Santa. Santa, Alan, you know I fucking love you, bro. So also in our microbes, we have the blend that can actually break down the crustaceans, which also supplies the chitin for your plants. That's the cleated ability, okay? Well, we're starting to get into real science and stuff, and I'm trying to keep it away from it, but yes, okay? So in the microbes that also have the active microbes that can break down that crustacean shell. That's why it's called king crane crustacean, is because they get it from, crab shells and stuff. I'll let him tell you exactly what it is because I'm not sure. I don't really care because it works, okay? They'll actually break down that crustacean shell, and that's what gives you that calcium boost that you need right there when you're going into flower, folks. You're going to see bigger buds. You're going to see more terpenes. You're going to see denser, fatter nugs. I promise you. Using this finisher pack, you can't go wrong. All right, let's see. What up, Matt? David, looking forward to the don't very slushy. Who's going to win the World Series? Ha ha! The Rangers. Oh, what's Farm Manager River doing in here? So also your microbes that only can blend yeah, it is. They're the shit. But by the way, River, I've been meaning to tell you, every time you water, there's the jug of microbe tea. Put some of that in there. Give it about, that much each time you water. I've been meaning to tell you that, but I haven't. I didn't mean to get your paycheck, Babs. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Bro, I learned so much. I love it when you folks take these things and you do badass shit like growing plants of the week. Congratulations. All right, I gotta skip down. Okay. So again, folks, that Alan has patents on this stuff. Like, he is the only person in the world who has some of the stuff that he has with his microbes, especially. They are what about it, Dean? Tag Alan for any specific questions about the Groganica, like the starter pack or anything like that. What microbe tea are you talking about? It's their microbe tea, Groganica, James. Groganica, we have a link. It's pinned up there. It's for you folks to get 20% off. It comes in the Dream Beans finisher pack. This is going to be primarily for folks that are in an organic setting, in an organic flower, organic soil, like a Bio 365 Bioflower, or a Coast of Maine, or there's a whole host of other ones that, of course, the names Roots Organic Lush, any of that stuff. Your Purple Cow, any of that stuff. Hey, Alan, are you sure that's the link, though, man? I think I have something different, but you may have changed it. The Dream Beans finisher pack. So yeah. What week do you start? Okay, what week do you start the finishing pack in the Bioflower 7 gallon? Okay, that you may not need it, folks. If your other inputs are dialed in and everything is good and you filled out that Rhizophyre, you may not need it. If you start to see a yellowing of the lower leaves, that's the plant telling you that it's starting to run out of its available nitrogen. Okay, that is what I use as the indicator to start my feed. Sometimes I don't have to. You can, just as a rule of thumb, most of my strains are, 75 days. And so I would say at the 55-day mark or so, you can start 50 to 55 days. You can start applying this, and you're not going to see any ill effects. You're absolutely not. Okay, it's just about, are you wanting to? See, I told you, Alan. Dream Beans 20. That's what I thought it was. So what the hell? Damn it! I lost that train of thought. Boy, they come and they go, y'all. Them old trains of thought. They come and they go. Oh yeah, I was saying something about Pigpen earlier. Man, that dude rocks. Anyway, oh yeah, what week? The week, so what the hell is that? Week so 7 days, what's 55? So that's 7. So week 7.5, week 8 is probably a good time if you just want to try to use it as a baseline. If your plant looks super good, amazingly healthy and stuff, it's probably not going to be any great benefit. But I will tell you this. that if you do it that way, like Alan had mentioned on our customer extravaganza, that everybody out there, this is also the Growganica solution is not just for finishing your plants. It is a badass solution to be able to regenerate that micro atmosphere and that rhizosphere, okay, your microbe activity. That's when you're going to want to plant any of those folks out there that you're going to want to plant immediately. Plant it in that same pot. Plant it in that same pot, and then be able to use that already as a foundation, because you've already got the microbial life active in there. You're already giving it the stuff that it actually wants and it needs. Then it's already a perfect environment for, and it's a true living soil. You'll hear that term so many times. The hell is a living soil, Derek? Golly, I hear it all the time. I don't know what the hell a living soil is. Living soil is the breakdown of organic material, and that organic material feeding microbes, microbial life, microbial activity. And there's what's called the hyphae, okay? Hyphae is what's known in the animal world, in the fungi kingdom, okay? It's what attaches to the roots of your plants, okay? And then these microbes do a great job of actually funneling and channeling the nutrients exactly as the plant needs, in exactly the right dose and exactly the right pH, okay? It's when you have a truly living soil, you can take a seed and throw it right in there. It's never going to burn your plant. It's never going to do anything like that. It's going to be a perfect environment. And so using it at the end of your flower cycle, if you're at the end of your plant's life cycle, the one that you have currently growing, if you do a great job of still maintaining that microbial life and maintaining that good, super active area, you can take your seed and throw it right in there. I always recommend using Root Riot cubes and seedling starter kits. But you can take that as soon as it sprouts, you can throw it right in there. It'll be absolutely perfect for the beginning stages, and it's going to give that plant exactly what it needs in the right doses, at the right amounts, in the correct pH. Okay. They break down the materials and create the ionic bond, which makes it available for the plant to respond with instantly. That's also another thing, is that if you're feeding the microbes and you're feeding the soil, that you're not going to have to wait for instantly available or water soluble nitrogen. You're not going to have to wait on these nitratable, ammonium type stuff for your nitrogen. Okay, that'll be instantly available to your plant. Once those microbes have what they need, they immediately give the plant what it needs. Okay. And yes, absolutely, Lex. This is the way. Okay, that we're not just on here we're trying to create successful cultivation experiences. And I swear to God, folks, despite what y'all may think and the fact that I recommend BioFlower, which is one of the most expensive soils on earth, I try to do this in the most cost-effective way that's going to give you folks the end results that you want every single time. Bringing folks and partnering with folks that I've known for over half my life, who have some of the best stuff in the world. Is always going to be what we're here about. Hell, I mean, my boy Hank, my boy Alan. These are the people that I know and I trust, and so it's what I use. The great books to read: Teaming with Microbes, Teaming with Nutrients. Absolutely, those are two good ones. Is that what's her name? What the hell is that lady now? I did a damn talk with her. Shit, I can't remember. The one that came after you for the damn microbe thing. But yeah, so Growganica is going to be a full and total solution for everybody. If you've got an organic run that you're finishing, if you're thinking about doing one, you can also use this as get you a Roots Organic. Okay, just get you a base potting soil, and you can use this everything that Growganica offers, and you can create a truly living soil rhizosphere that's going to continue to bear fruit for as long as you want it to. If you feed the microbes, if you feed the soil, feed the microbes, the microbes will feed the plant. Okay, and so Jeff Lowenfels, that's right. Whenever you do it in the right steps and you maintain that rhizosphere and you keep those microbes happy and keep them fed, y'all will see that it is. I know Mikey Dubs is the man. Has worms. Yeah, man, worms too. I've got a whole. Y'all will see. Holy shnikes. Y'all should see my worm bed, my worm pit. It's out there. It's doing work. Worms are the way to go. A truly organic solution is what nature intended. It's not to say anything wrong with anybody that's out there feeding salt-based nutrients. Folks, please do not
take this as me bashing against that or thinking that is any other way. I grew that way for 15 years, and it produces results that are comparable and absolutely and across the board, from yield to weight to quality, all of that stuff with bottle-based newts, salt-based newts. Those are totally fine. The reason that I try to get folks to do it this way, especially the newer growers, is because of the water only factor. There's so many different components that go into creating and cultivating cannabis. It's not just one thing. That's why I always had trouble with reading a book. I just had to do enough crap and mess up enough plants, to learn what I had through the tactile application of what I learned in school. Okay, that you have, the salt-based crowd, the bottled folks, man, I love y'all. Y'all are badass. What this does is creates a way to simplify the growing process. Again, y'all hear me talk about this from time to time, folks, different grow goals. Okay, we have a lot of folks here that grow for medicinal purposes. Okay, they may have arthritis, they may have be in a wheelchair, have mobility issues, and they need specific and set things they can actually count on each time. Okay, and so providing and simplifying each step of that process from this big, large mass of information, and trying to distill that into digestible and replicable results for y'all. That's why I recommend going this route. That's why I recommend BioFlower, because the BioFlower is going to get you 90% of the problems that new growers encounter, or old growers or old photoperiod growers that are switching to autos, or folks that have grown crappy autos, okay, that are new to Dream Beans. The reason that I recommend BioFlower is because it is a water-only solution, and honestly, if you didn't give it a single thing the whole time it is, then you're going to come out that 90% of y'all, you're going to come out better than 90% of the people that try using a Fox Farm soil or anything like that, okay? Just because it simplifies the process. You get familiar with what a plant looks like and its responses to your actions. Whenever you water it, what does it look like? Whenever it's underwater, what does it look like? When it's overwatered, what does it look like? You have to grow cannabis to learn how to grow cannabis. And it's the only way to do it. And so when I'm on here with these lives and sharing folks like Alan with Groganica, it is always with that in mind. Okay, the organic way is mainly it's pH. Fuck it, I'll just tell y'all it's pH, man. I don't know what it is, but for the life of me, folks don't understand pH. It just blows people's minds and they can't get it, and it's hard. And it's hard to monitor, and it's hard to do, and when do you do it? And it's just so I was like, screw it, let's just try to find a solution that didn't have to really have a pH issue. And that's going to be with your truly living soil and your organic solutions like BioFlower, like a Coast of Maine, and certain, I just keep coming with most Coast of Maine just because it's the next one, a Purple Cow, anything like that. And then a solution like Groganica, the Dream Beans Finisher Pack. And Alan and I, now that my mind is super going and really pumped up on dabs from dankhankglass.com, Nectar Collectors, I think we need to have a starter pack as well. Now, what would a starter pack? We have the Finisher Pack, which is going to be for folks that are out there using an organic solution and they want to get their plants to the finish line because they've done a great job and their plants have exhausted all of the nutrients in that organic pot. So your finisher would be to finish that out. Then the starter pack is going to be something that's going to be, and I'm just bringing this in, and he has never heard this. This is just an idea that came to my head, but it's a damn good one, so I'm putting it out there, and Alan's my boy. So we'll do a starter pack. It's going to be a soil regeneration pack, okay? That's going to get everything that you need to move forward and keep using that soil, and you'll be using the Groganica solution as your organic input to be able to continue that and to maintain that same level of quality that you're getting from that BioFlower. These are perfectly set. These were made for each other, folks. These are the ones. If there was ever a marriage that was meant to be, it was BioFlower and Groganica. It is just so good, and it's so. Hey, Alan, damn it! Hey, Cody from Simply Hemp. Hopefully he's watching. Alan, Cody has told me that he needs to reach out to you to start stocking your stuff. Shoot me a DM or send me a text, and we will get that figured out if you haven't already. Is there a genetic line out there that you breed to make hash out of? All of them are good washers. The diamond milk is probably the best with yield to calyx to leaf ratio, along with the slushy milk. The slushy milk carries the best calyx to leaf ratio of anything that I've ever seen before, and that's really what it comes down to when you're talking about washing for hash and creating concentrates. In my opinion, that the more you get more surface area with large bulbous calyxes in a dense calyx to leaf ratio and a high calyx to leaf ratio, you're getting much more trichomes in that scenario than you are. So the slushy milk just makes bombs, man. It makes super bombs. So Boston George, highest THC, not 100% sure at this point in time. My guess is grape dumpster juice or encrusted grape. So if you're growing in bioflower, at what point do you add the Growganica finishing pack? Bioflower is supposed to have enough to finish. Yes, absolutely. Brent, and you may have missed it, that there's a lot of situations where you may not need a single thing from the from the 7-gallon pot of bioflower, water, start to finish, water only. Okay, there are some scenarios when folks want to push it a little harder. They may have CO2 supplementation. They may have pretty powerful light. There's a lot of different things that could necessitate a need for the finisher pack. Okay, it may be up to smaller pot size. Okay, there's a lot of folks out there that don't want to grow in a 7-gallon pot. They want to have more strains in a smaller pot size, and so this is going to be for those folks mainly. Okay, now for the 7-gallon folks, you may never need it. It'd be a good thing to have on hand. You may get a strain that goes absolutely wild, an outlier phenotype that it just absolutely is nutrient hungry, gobbles up everything you can throw at it, and it's be good to have something on hand. Okay. Man, no, hey Brent, these are not new questions, man. I love it. They're not dumb questions. Fuck no. Ask y'all's questions. This is what we're here for. I made a dedicated commitment for you folks to be here as much as I can to be available to try to digest and distill this massive world of grow information out there to stuff that y'all can handle and things that you can rapidly implement. Okay. So I know I'm using a lot of big words. I know there's a lot of stuff. You can go back and watch this. You can always reach out to me via DM. You can always, shoot me, contact us form. I'm always here. This is my life. Y'all would be, shocked to know that this is the same conversation that I have. I could just continue talking for, hours, and I wouldn't have to stop, just because this is truly my passion. It is the internal spark that lights my fire. It is the shit that I live for. When I go to bed, when I wake up, I think about how this plant is the best. It's going to change the world. And what strain have I got? Which one's coming? And what's on the next? What's on the emitter? What's drying? It's what's on my mind all the time. And so this just gives me an outlet and an expression so that I don't berate the people in my life who have heard it for a decade. River, I'm looking at you. Vanna Wife, I'm looking at you. Take a special time. Take a special shout out to Vanna Wife and marvelous mother-in-law, and also my mama. Could not do this and could not run this business and could not deliver these genetics to you folks without those ladies in my life. I love them so much, and they're the reason for the season. Essentially, as long as I'm reading some more from Alan Ballin said, essentially, as long as you keep feeding them, they will stay around. Certain microbes will be higher and lower depending on the stages of plants, and that was a response to Jason. Does aerating water have? Do a dab, River. You sneaky snake. Hey folks, we're gonna do a double dab here. I'm really liking this. I'm really jazzed. It's as I start talking, it accesses other stuff in my brain, and then I think about other stuff, and this is really starting to tickle a lot of those soil science type lectures and things. And it's fascinating stuff, folks. Organics is badass. I was always one that I like the control of salt-based news. I can tell exactly what I'm putting in and what I'm taking up. And screw that. I'll take this easier. Because it's always a forced lesson in patience growing cannabis. Hey, folks, if you're out there ready to do a dab, we can do a dab with Derek's Dabber. Dabbing like Derek, triple donut, nectar collector from dankhankglass.com. Oh, shit. If you take care of your soil, if you feed your soil, gotta find me a good woman who won't hide my liquor and serve me no tea. Ooh. Again, shout out to Pigpen. Dude, it's gangster. Are dabs good for pain? Hell yeah, they're good for everything, in my opinion. I'm gonna make a smoke gibber. I don't know what that is. How about a bowl? Gary, you can light you up whatever you'd like. This is Dabbing with Derek. This is the Dabberooski Hour. We're talking about Groganica. We're talking about organics. We're talking about Dream Beans. By the way, folks, the blue slushy Kong, blue slushy Kong, blue alien crumbs, and frosty grape milk. They're live right now. They're live right now on dreambeans.net. It's the new drop. It's fire. And you're damn right, Jolly Man Grows. They are the true MVPs. Also, shout out to Farm Manager River. He's been out there busting his ass, not only keeping the grow going and keeping the curtains open and keeping everything in check out there. He's also been helping build my house. You folks will all get to see. I'll do a tour at some point. We can see all the cool progress on my house. It's pretty badass. Greg, I know that I've told everybody the vanilla. It's in the next round. And vanilla, look for it at the beginning part of the year. The next few months, it'll be coming. It's coming. Okay. Hey, what kind of greenhouse do you use? Hey, I love talking about my greenhouse system. It's the light assisted greenhouse system that I custom built specifically for growing autoflowers. It actually functions as a greenhouse during the day using the natural 8,500 foot elevation sun here in southern Colorado. And then at night, it transforms into a fully controllable indoor space, complete with a patent-pending light-in shading system and faux lighting system, complete O6i and DLI hub that operates off a photosensor. So when the sun comes up, the light goes off. When the sun goes down, the lights come on. It's supplemented with CO2, and it kicks ass. Aerating water. Does aerating the water help? Yeah. I mean, I do it. You know, I know the microbes need oxygen to live. I know Alan could probably fill you in a little bit more as to the specifics of how much they need and the agitation rates. That's one of the things that can beat. If you beat the microbes up too bad, you don't want to do that. So you may be cutting your nose off to spite your face in some scenarios where I see people just absolutely dumping crazy amounts of water with crazy amounts of agitation. Maybe actually be doing more damage than it is helping. So maybe Alan can weigh in on that. Moving to Arizona, coming from yeah, for sure. AC Auto Pots. Yeah, AC Auto Pots are great, man. We love them. I forgot what the hell I was talking about. Oh yeah, so the Dream Beans finisher pack is going to be, again, for the organic solution, for the organic folks out there who are wanting to if their plant has depleted its pot of nutrients and they want to finish it out. It's for folks that are running smaller pots. It is a great way to start your base for your next round moving forward. Whenever you're getting, because most people don't just chop plants down and cut them down. Hey, Brent, those Vikings did good. Skull. Dream Beans 20 is the code for Groganica. Yes, I believe so. So the king crustacean and the incredible bulk, along with the microbes, do a fantastic job of giving that, so the bioflower especially has everything that it needs in a perfect ratio and they've done an amazing job of having biochar in their soil. Biochar is a damn good thing to have for microbes because, again, this is a place for the microbes to attach to and the microbes to colonize and the microbes to fully actually attach to. The biochar is badass and a good building block for your microbial environment. So the king crustacean, again, has the calcium that you're going to need to push you into flower. It's got a little bit of nitrogen, so you don't start seeing a bunch of yellow leaves. And the incredible bulk is going to give you all the potassium and phosphorus that you need. Okay. What strain did I drop the most? What strain did I drop today? Yields the most? What the hell did I drop today? Blue Alien Crumb. For sure, Blue Alien Crumbs. That's the one. It's got that size. It's got the max size. 2 beans and a 1 15-gallon pot, bioflower, newts or no newts. You shouldn't need any, I wouldn't think, but you could. Again, you could really nail it, and your environment could be super maxed out, and you could be actually nailing it, and you could end up with a nutrient deficiency towards end. Guys, none of this that whenever I say that a 7-gallon pot and bioflower, that 90% of the folks out there are going to be just a water-only solution, and you won't need anything else. There are going to be some outliers. There's going to be some folks that actually have a need for some nutrients at the end. And there's definitely going to be a need for folks that have that want to continue to use that soil as the base for their organic solution. Okay, I'm high as hell. Me too. Me too. Thoughts on banana tea? Banana tea, don't even need it, man. Get you some Groganica. Get some King Crustacean and some Incredible Bulk. Get the finisher pack, and that'll give you all of the instantly available stuff that you need. If you're coming from a good soil like Bio365, then you're going to have a great foundation, and it's just going to be giving it the same stuff that it's had the whole time. What brand of lights do I use? Foch, F-O-H-S-E, Foch. They are, I got the 06Is. They're specifically designed for greenhouses. They have a bunch of badass lights. They're premier premium lights. They're pricey, but boy are they badass. Let's see. Can you feed Justin? Yeah, absolutely, man. You can feed if you just want the Incredible Bulk. You can absolutely use just that. That's going to be, again, if you're in an organic solution, that you're giving the stuff, you're giving it what it needs, and the Incredible Bulk. That's what I used for a long time. That's all I used. Was the Incredible Bulk. A lot of folks are very familiar with the Incredible Bulk, and it does a great job. What you're doing with the King Crustacean is you're just fine tuning a Ferrari. That's it. Okay. That using each one of these things is just giving it a turbocharger, or giving it a premium gas, or whatever it is. It's just fine tuning that engine that you have, and that whole machine, fine tuning it. That's all we're doing. Yeah, we got the cleanest walker for water ever. It's got like 20 fucking ppms or something. That's crazy. Happy Hydro. Yep, for the Bio365. Happy Hydro. They will ship it to you. Free shipping over $49. You think Mars Hydro are decent lights? Don't get me to talking about lights, y'all. This is talk about Groganica. Kinda. It's not as good as an HLG or a Fluence or Foch. You're comparing it. It's still if you were using the car analogy, those ones I mentioned were Ferraris, and you're talking about what the hell? I don't know, Chevy Impala, maybe, a newer Chevy Cavalier or something. It's reliable. It'll get you there. How long it'll last? Who knows? How long will it maintain peak performance? Who knows? But it's a good entry-level light. I guess that's what we should. Yugo. Yeah, I go Yugo. Lots of folks are probably not old enough to remember what a Yugo is. But yeah, I mean, they're a good entry-level light. Most people who get them, they do well, they do sufficient, and then they end up upgrading. So I always just recommend going for the upgrade at first, just saving up till you get the upgrade. But that's just me. Mammoth, better lights out there for sure. They're a little bit lower tier. Thought you weren't going to talk about lights. I know, but then I did. Okay, yeah, so I'm good. I'm going to do another dab. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out via DM. Don't hesitate to reach out via the Contact Us forum, or make a post in the Dream Bean Support Center and tag me. I'm always here. Spider Farmer, same thing as Spider Farmer, Mars Hydro, same thing. Same factory. All of them are the same. All of them are the exact same. They have the lower bend diodes, while they still say they're 301B diodes from Samsung. They're not top bend like HLG uses. We're going to do a dab. We're going to get out of here. Y'all, don't forget, the new drops are live. They're over at dreambeans.net. And it's the Blue Slushy Kong, Blue Alien Crumbs, and a full restock of Frosty Grape Milk. So y'all head over to dreambeans.net. We're going to get our dabber heated up here. It's the Dabbing Like Derek Triple Donut Nectar Collector from DankHankGlass.com. My boy Hank Snell. I think he might be able to torch right now, actually. He was blowing some stuff earlier. So we'll get this dab fired off. We'll let y'all go. We'll see you out there in the Dream Beaner sphere, and we'll see you around the way. Oh, yeah, it's Taco Tuesday. Hell yeah. I forgot. We got an hour till tacos. I'm going to be super high. I'm going to be super high. Love all y'all. Can't wait to see you out there. Again, head over to dreambeans.net and grab the blue slushy Kong, the blue alien crumbs, and the frosty crepe milk. We love y'all. We will see y'all out there. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, get at me.